Hey everyone! Today we're going to continue our little tapping on one string study that we did a few lessons back. And I created a fun little etude to be able to practice with one of those patterns. What you want to do is maybe practice it with the pattern that I show you with initially, but then try to play the exact same piece but using the 3 other patterns from the first lesson. Okay? So have fun with this one. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just play through this etude up to speed. This etude uses one of the patterns that we learned in our first tapping on one string lesson. So I'm just going to take it, it's going to be the same pattern, and we're just going to take it through different arpeggios down this one string and create a little etude. So it's basically what an etude is. If you don't know what it is, it's just a piece of music that usually uses a single technique to work on. It's basically a technical exercise, but then I turn it into a piece of music so it's bearable to practice. So here we go. Here's a little etude right here. This is what we're going to be doing today. Okay, so it's a very simple pattern, just taken pretty much across the string. So let's start. Just follow along on the PDF download that you can get from the site. And anything that has a T over it, obviously we're going to tap with our first finger. All right, and then everything is going to be pulled off from there. And basically the beginning patterns, everything's going to be done, basically the one little pattern that we learned. You can probably find the pattern in the previous lesson on the previous download. It's just the 3-note pattern that you tap, pull, pull. And we're basically going to do that 8 times in the beginning on each one. So here we're going to start by tapping. By the way, you can use your pinky here too, or your 3rd finger. I just use my 3rd finger. Most people probably would do that. So we tap the 17th fret. Make sure that you're muting everything. You got your arms stabilized up here. You tap, pull the 13, and then 10. And you do that 8 times. Okay? Next thing we're going to do is just bring that down 1 fret in the left hand and keep the 17 here. So we got this. Okay, then we bring it down to the left hand 1 more. So we still, so we went from 13 to 10 to 12 and 9, and now 11, 8. So we have on the next change, we still go down 1 more fret here to 10 and 7, but we also move the tapping down to the 15th fret. And we do this. Okay, 8 times there. And then keep the tap at the 15 and move the left hand down 1 more fret again, and we have 9 and 6. We have 8 times there. So far we got this. Okay, from there we move this down 1 fret again, 8 and 5, and the tap hand goes to 13. So we have this 8 times. Okay, now is the point. Now we don't do everything 8 times. You do everything twice, and then we start dancing around in the left hand in the tapping hand. So basically, we keep this here at 8 and 5 for this next sequence of 8. But the first 2, you're going to tap at 12 twice, and then keep the left hand the same, come down to 10 and tap it twice, back to 12, and then up to 13. So the left hand stayed the same, and all that equals 8 times, like we were doing before, but you're tapping 4 different places. So we got Okay, now move the left hand down one more fret again, 7 and 4 this time. Do the exact same thing you just did in the right hand tapping. Okay, now left hand down one more fret, 6 and 3. And we start the tapping phrase down here 2 times to the 12, then 10 2 times, and then 9 2 times, and then back to 10 2 times. So it's a little different in here in the hand. It's still twice on each one there, but we stayed the same spot in the left hand. And then the final one, you move the left hand down one more fret, so we're down at 5 and 2, and you do the same pattern you just did when the tapping hand. All right, so I'll play it all together, pretty slow. Okay, so have fun with that and build up to speed, and let's see what you do with it. Thanks.